Upma. Hi, I'm Anupa and I welcome you to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana and a warm welcome to a series of cooking for beginners. Now what do we do today? Today let's make Upma. Upma is something which is had all over India, and all over India it has various names. Like in Karnataka it is known as Uppit. Upma is something that is known in South India. In west of India there would be another name. So that way Upma has quite a few names. But Upma being the universal name, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple recipe. So what all do you need to make Upma? We need semolina or rava, green peas, chopped onion, oil, green chilies, urad dal, chopped coriander leaves, curry leaves, salt, chopped ginger, mustard seeds, lemon juice, hing. So to begin with, we have to first roast the semolina. Semolina right now is unroast and you only get unroasted variety. If at all your supermarket sells roasted semolina, just buy a packet quickly, because you'll obviously save out on so much of time, and semolina has to be roasted to make upma. And what is semolina? Semolina is a byproduct of wheat, and this is how it is. It is extremely healthy, and the upma is something which is generally had for breakfast. It's quite filling, so by the time it's lunch time, you're quite settled. So in a pan, roast semolina, and this has to be roasted on medium heat. It should not be brown in color, just that it should look toasted. So for this, you may have to just stir it at the same time. Now semolina or rava has the property of absorbing a lot of moisture, and in this case we have to add water when we make the upma. So for that, I have a vessel here with water which I have put to boil, and we'll be adding boiling water to the semolina, but there is a ratio that we will follow. We will follow a ratio of 1:3.5 or 4, which means if we take 1 cup of semolina, we will be adding around 3.5 to 4 cups of water. Now that's the goodness of semolina, where it actually absorbs a lot of moisture and gives out amazing texture to the upma. So the more moisture that you add, or the more water that you add, the grain of the semolina will swell up and it will give you amazing upma. Now a lot of people I have seen add milk also. So if you want to add milk to the upma, you can do half and half, which means around 1.5 cups of milk and the remaining could be water. So milk and water mixed together is also what you can add to the rava or the semolina. Rava and suji are two names given to semolina. A lot of people call it suji, a lot of people call it rava, whereas there's one name which is semolina. All of it is the same, okay? So we need to toast this for some time, but make sure that it doesn't go brown. So this may take anywhere around 4 to 5 minutes, and as the semolina starts getting roasted, you'll automatically get this flavor, and that's when you have to stop. Now with semolina, there are so many things that are made. Very basic is upma. Another thing is laddu, rava ka laddu ya suji ke laddu. Then one more thing that is made is kheer. Again, it comes out really good. And a lot of times, semolina is used as a coating to cutlets and kebabs because it has a tendency of making it crisp. A lot of times, semolina is also added to batters for the crispness because it is something that goes very crisp on frying. Okay, so this is done. What I'll do is I'll keep this pan aside, take another pan to which we'll add some oil. Now we have to make this tempering ready. So for the tempering, what do we need? We need mustard seeds, we need some asafoetida, we'll need ginger, we'll need very important ingredient in upma is this, is known as urad dal. This is basically black gram. Now the whole black gram is black in color. Now this is split, so the entire black gram is processed in a way that it splits, and then they polish it by getting the black coating over it removed. Actually it is not a coating, it is just one layer over this dal. And once that black layer is removed, you get this white dal. This is used a lot in South Indian food. You'll find them using it in idli batter, in dosa batter. They use it in upma also. And when you roast it or when you actually fry it in oil, it becomes nice and crisp and it gives this very nice nutty flavor. So that is how this is used. Now the oil is also getting hot. Let's make the tempering. But before that, one thing that we have to do is we have to measure the semolina. we won't be adding all of it, we will add 1 cup. So I have 1 cup measurement with me and I will fill this up. So 1 cup of suji is ready. Now first thing that we will do is we will add mustard seeds because that takes time to crackle. You see this? After this we will add urad dal and this has to brown. We cannot just add anything because if you add all the other ingredients this will stop browning. So this has now browned. You see this? Lovely. Now to this we will add green chilies and we'll add some curry leaves. Now let's add some hing and some ginger. Very little ginger. Hing and ginger together helps in digestion. After this we'll add all the onion to this. Now onion need not be browned. Just saute this till it goes translucent. Okay, that's it. Now let's add some green peas. Actually in upma you may add or you may not add green peas. A lot of people add it. Then along with green peas you could also add carrots. Carrots and green peas, they taste good and they also look good in an upma. Here after we've mixed this, now is the time to add the rava or the suji or the semolina. So here we've added 1 cup and now let's also add some salt because when you add salt now it will get mixed very well. Because adding salt later, as in after the semolina is cooked, will be difficult because you will not be able to mix it well and then there will be a part of it which will have good salt and some part will have no salt at all. So salt has to be added at a stage where you are able to mix it in properly. So after we've done this, is the time to add water. Since we've added 1 cup of semolina, we'll add about 3.5 cups of water. So this is 1, this is 2, 3.5 cups of water. After you've added the water, give it a mix and we have to now cover this. And in the matter of 5 to 7 minutes, the upma would be done. It doesn't take very long to cook and at the same time it's quite healthy. So on days when you don't want to make anything else for lunch, you can just have a bowl of upma. Of course, that time you can add some vegetables to it and that way it makes your meal even more healthy. So upma is how you make it. You see this, all the water that we have added has all got absorbed in the semolina and this is done. I'll show you. We'll open the lid now. We just have to mix this now. You see this? It's perfectly done. Upma is something which has to be served piping hot because what happens is semolina tends to form small lumps if it is left in the kadai itself. So what I suggest is after this is made, just plate it up and serve it to everybody and finish it off. Before that, we have to first add some lemon juice to this. Lemon juice is something which has to be always added towards the end because it tends to go bitter if you add it in the beginning while everything is getting cooked. So this is something which you should add later, or what you can do is serve a small wedge of lemon with the upma, so whoever wants to have it can just squeeze it over it and have it. After we've added the lemon juice, we'll just again give it a mix. Okay, now what we'll do, I have a nice bowl here. In this I'm going to add some coriander, okay, like this, and just take a good serving and put it in it. Take a spoon and just press it so that it comes out neatly. Take a plate and place it on top of this and just turn it. Isn't this beautiful? A very simple way of presenting upma. What you could do is, I have put coriander, you can put some tomato slices. It depends upon how much time you have in the morning. And imagine if you were to do this to your family members in the morning at the breakfast table, don't you think they'll be very happy? You should try and present whatever food that you make in a very nice and simple manner. Whatever garnishes that you have at home, try and put it on the sides. And anything, be it upma or any other vegetable or any other rice preparation, try and serve it a little garnished in that bowl itself, and I'm sure everybody will be very happy and quite proud of you. But right now you try this recipe just the way I have made it and you'll be very proud of yourself.